the hell just happened? Who the hell are you people?
They're not people. They're machines. Replicators.
What's to become of them?
We've mined everything we need from their consciousness. They're no longer of any use to us. Ending their lives seems to be the most prudent course.
I disagree. I believe we still have a lot to learn from them.
Learn from them?
Yes.
Or is it that you fear that ending their lives would end your hope of ascension?
I do object to killing them, but it is more than that. I don't believe we've fully uncovered just how much they've learned about Atlantean society, nor how much of this knowledge they've passed on to others.
They're of no threat to us, Oberoth.
We see no reason not to continue our study of them.
Very well. Keep them alive if you wish, but I shall hold you accountable.
My head is killing me.
How do we get back here?
What do you mean, back here?
We broke out, got to the jumper, gated back to Atlantis. At least I thought we did.
That is not what I remember.
The only thing I remember was being in a dark room, fighting hand-to-hand for hours.
Well, they obviously created different scenarios for each of us during the mind probe. It's no doubt looking to gather information from our responses.
Thought our escape seemed too easy.
Oh, at least you escaped.
What'd they do to you?
Torture in ways too hideous and, intimate to recount.
Like what?
I said too hideous to recount.
I just had a horrible thought.
What if it is still happening?
Yes.
There's got to be a way to know for sure. Doesn't really prove anything.
It's real, Dr. McKay. Your minds are no longer being probed.
It's good to know it's just our minds.
Oh, please don't make me sick.
Please, come with me.
In space.
It's a star drive. Of course, the rumbling sound we heard. With all those ZPMs, you're able to actually fly the city.
Yes, Dr. McKay. Watch now. We're about to open a hyperspace window.
Where are we going?
Atlantis. The probes of your minds uncovered the truth, that Atlantis had not been destroyed by the Wraith 10,000 years ago as we had believed. You only came to live there from your original home, a planet called Earth.
Why didn't you just dial the gate and send us through?
We're not taking you to Atlantis. Our intention is to destroy it.
Why?
Retribution.
For what? The disagreement you once had? The ancients no longer live there. We are the only inhabitants of that city.
There was no disagreement, Dr. Weir. Only betrayal. If you wish to know the truth of who we are, I will show you.
Elizabeth?
It's okay, Red.
The ancients, as you call them, were desperate in their search for a better way to fight the Wraith. Though greatly outnumbered, they relied on their technological superiority to give them a needed advantage. Soon, they succeeded in creating one. Instead of building bigger, more powerful weapons, they chose to build smaller ones. Microscopic machines designed to infiltrate and destroy from within.
Nanites.
In these tiny killing machines, the ancients imbued an aggression that surpassed even that of their enemy. The technology allowed for organic assimilation and self-replication to increase their effectiveness. And replicate they did. They grew in numbers, evolving at a rate that took the ancients by surprise. The molecular machines began interlocking, assembling themselves to form even more complex organisms, eventually evolving into the most effective and efficient form they knew of. This is how we were born. We took the image of our creators, yet we were far different from them. The aggression programmed into our core remained, fueling a rage we could not contain. We implored them to have this violent nature removed from our programming, but the ancients wanted a weapon, and since their scientists included a directive prohibiting us from ever harming them, they continued the experiment. When the ancients concluded that the experiment had gone too far, that we would never become the weapon they desired to create, they decided to end it. So they chose to destroy us, to leave no trace of us behind.
Thank you.
Obviously, the ancients didn't do a thorough enough job wiping them out.
No. A few of the nanites managed to survive.
Which is all they needed to begin replicating again.
Replicating.
This is bad. Look, they're very similar to an artificial intelligence that SG-1 encountered several years ago that evolved from a tiny block replicator into human form. They may even be related somehow.
I read those reports. Stargate Command could barely defeat the human form replicators.
Oh, which is why I said this is bad.
But the difference here is they're emulating the ancients. They've even built themselves a version of Atlantis.
And then some.
Why would they do this?
I think they look at the ancients like parents who betrayed them, and now they see humans as the favored siblings who receive all the parents' love. They've been seeking revenge ever since.
It's just what we need. More bad guys.
Which means we've probably just identified the race that created the nanovirus that nearly killed me a couple of years ago.
It almost killed a lot of people.
Were you not able to defeat that nanovirus with an electromagnetic pulse?
That was different. Those were individual nanites, easy to disrupt with a simple EM pulse. These things have evolved way beyond that, with interdependent organic constituents of a far greater complexity.
Are you feeling better?
Yes.
Follow me.
I have an offer to make you, something that could greatly benefit us both.
Well, if the offer